Officer Mitchell, looks like a rookie, and another rookie by the name of C.T. Carter. I have pulled up on my private property, which we all well know, and I've asked them to exit the property, but for some reason the officer has pulled on my property and tells me that he needs to back up on my property.
These two police officers had the audacity to use a man's private property as a parking spot for their patrol vehicle, without permission. It was an unlawful act that blatantly disrespected his property rights. After tolerating it for far too long, the man had finally had enough. He stood his ground and lawfully ordered the rookie officers off his land. Armed with knowledge of his rights and a firm resolve, he confronted them head-on. Caught off guard, the young cops were left speechless, unable to justify their actions or push back. It was a powerful, lawful response that showed exactly what happens when an informed citizen takes a stand. Even those in uniform are forced to back down.
Is rude or anything, but you're riding through and you're saying, hey, get off my property, and I mean there's no sign, there's nothing here that states
Lieutenant Groves, this is David Roundtree, the owner of 4402 North 34th Street. I have Officer Mitchell, looks like a rookie, and another rookie by the name of C.T. Carter. I have pulled up on my private property, which we all well know, and I've asked them to exit the property, but for some reason the officer has pulled on my property and tells me that he needs to back up on my property, which I'm already videotaping, so I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. And this is car number 521 and 339, which belongs to Officer Mitchell. So I'm really trying to find out why these officers are on my private property, just sitting here lollygagging, which I've gotten plenty of calls to say that you guys have been sitting on my property quite a few times, unauthorized. So what I'm asking you to do is leave my property. Officer Mitchell and Carter. So since they're not leaving, there you go.
Thank you.
And as we've just sat here and wasted over 5 minutes of my time now, this is 4402 North 34th Street. This is private property that you're on. I'm now citing any kind of statute that you like me to pull out.
All right, we're leaving.
But you own private property, and I'm asking you guys to leave. Thank you.
Yes, sir. No problem.
If we have any other problems, I would definitely leave you another message, such as this. I have no reason in understanding why an officer would come out here and just be sitting wasting taxpayers' time when they're just sitting here lollygagging and sitting down not doing anything. Okay, and I've gotten a few calls, quite a few calls that have said there's been officers sitting on my private property not doing anything. It is a bother. It is a bother to my business. You know, and if I come up on the property and I politely ask you to leave the property, I don't expect two officers to jump out on me like I'm causing a problem. Once again, this is David Roundtree, the owner of 4402 North 34th Street. And today is February 10th, 2015, approximately 3:30 in the afternoon.
We see a familiar image. Police officers disregarding private property rights, casually using a citizen's land as if it were their own. No signage, no warrant, no permission, yet they boldly parked and lingered for hours on private property. They weren't carrying out official duties. They were simply lollygagging, wasting time and squandering taxpayer dollars. Under the laws of most states, particularly within the U.S. civil legal system, private property rights are inviolable, except in cases involving a warrant, emergency, or explicit consent from the owner. When police enter or park on private land without legitimate cause or permission, it may legally constitute trespassing, a clear violation of the law. In this case, David Roundtree didn't just understand his rights, he exercised them properly. Calm, respectful, yet firm, he recorded video evidence, clearly identified the situation, and explicitly asked the officers to leave. He is the embodiment of a law-informed citizen, someone who protects his rights not through shouting or confrontation, but through awareness and composure. And that alone was enough to send two officers quietly retreating.